If you look closely, you can still see scars in the form of plywood on government buildings, left over from Portland protests 4 years ago.
Just how out of control it was. The whole city is going down.
It kind of squashed any sort of folks wanting to come downtown, so it was not good.
Nobody anywhere in this country saw what Portland saw in 2020.
As an election season nears, the City and Police Bureau are preparing for the potential of more violence.
I hope that we don't ever see what we saw in 2020 again, but we need to have the tools and the people ready to navigate what may come.
Part of those tools, Aaron Schmautz with the Portland Police Association says, is creating a new team trained to respond to violent protests.
It's important that we have a structure in place.
If they do their job, it's a great thing, to help keep everybody safe.
The Bureau will be looking for 40 existing officers to volunteer. They'll do extra crowd control training and get a 6% pay raise each time they respond to a protest, costing the Bureau an additional $380,000 per year.
The pay piece of it is just the start. The next piece of the conversation is politically, how do we make sure that our officers have clear direction from our government?
Direction that was missing 4 years ago when a Portland police officer was indicted on a 4th-degree misdemeanor assault charge after hitting a photographer in the head with his baton during a 2020 protest. That charge was dismissed and he publicly apologized. This is Juan Chavez with the Oregon Justice Resource Center.
Coming out of 2020, several things happened. A lot of people were hurt and needed compensation, so they sued, and the city has now paid out over $1 million to protesters that they injured in that time. The Department of Justice got involved and ordered that the city do audits.
That audit found the Bureau needed more training and a designated crowd control unit, among other things.
More training is better training, I think, in a lot of people's eyes.
Like de-escalation techniques and finding alternative use of force.
The use of sticks or the use of batons or just the physical fighting between officers and the public, that is the last thing that we want.
Unless there's actual accountability measures that are built into this, if the officers who are involved in the 2020 protests do not volunteer or get involved in this, I don't see how this turns out any different.
City Council is set to vote on this Wednesday as the community braces for what could come in the months ahead.
I would expect there's protests on both sides. It's like there's a lot to think about, and this election season will be very interesting.
My hope is that we go through this election season and we have healthy, robust conversations about our political differences, and we do that without the police even being present. That would be a healthy city.
So the mayor's office tells us more announcements about this potential crowd control unit will be coming soon, as early as later this week. And if the plan is approved, the first officer training will be in May down in Salem. David.
Blair Best in the newsroom this evening. Thank you, Blair.